Welcome back to the program. 14 minutes past 9 o'clock as we welcome Sheree Clark to the desk right now from Fork in the Road. And last week, we had our doubts, but she proved that you can, take your burger and make it healthier and not compromise that taste. It was really good.
Good.
It really was last week. But today she's tackling some other stuff that you would have on the picnic table here. Now, it all looks good.
Now this to me
does
looks
look
like,
good, but we have to taste it to make sure this is
you know
okay.
you're going to get to
this
taste
looks
it.
to me like either a potato salad or a guacamole, a chunky guacamole or something like
You're
that.
brilliant. It's a faux tato salad.
A faux
potato salad. Okay, so why can't I eat a potato?
You could eat a potato, but remember, I try to do things, we're always just trying to change it up a little and make it a little bit more healthy. So on the continuum, if you're having a potato salad, typically, number one, potatoes are starchy. Some people try to avoid them. They don't want the carbs.
Right.
Number two, you're usually going to put in either mayonnaise or Miracle Whip. Yeah, I know. And that's processed. It's a lot of fat. It's a lot of oil. So what I've done was I've done some swapping out.
Okay.
So rather than potato, we've got jicama. Is the base of
what
the
is
salad.
that?
Never even heard of this.
Spell it, first of all.
J-I-C-A-M-A. And this, I think, and this is available at a traditional supermarket. And you could also, if you can't find them, if they don't have them on the store, for example, in the local grocery.
Are they expensive?
No, they're very inexpensive. They sell them at the Mexican markets. They're used a lot in Mexican food. And that's where I get mine typically. Usually you can get big ones.
It kind of looks like a potato.
It looks like a potato. It cuts like a potato, and they're really good raw.
A little more fibery than a potato.
It is. It's got a little bit more of a starch factor to it, but what I like about that is I think it makes you feel fuller. I think you eat less of it that way. So I made your faux potato salad using that as a base. There is no mayonnaise in it because I don't use anything that would have that would be eggs and oil, and that's a lot of fat.
That's just because eggs are $3 a dozen now.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
That's good.
Yes, they are.
And so there's avocado in there. So you said guacamole. So yes, there's avocado is the source of the fat.
Okay.
And then remember, the factors that make a potato salad good, in addition to the potatoes and the other things, are usually onion, celery. Sometimes people put in pickles. Sometimes people put in red bell pepper. I put in all of those things. There's not any pickles in yours. A little bit of dill weed. You can take whatever flavor profile you like in your potato salad and change this up. So we've taken it. So
now, a normal potato salad, I just want to full disclosure here. Normal potato salad, you boil the potatoes.
Exactly.
These don't taste like you.
No,
There's definitely a crunch there if you can hear it while we're eating this morning.
There's crunch, and it's completely raw. And that's the way that I typically prefer to eat. I do eat regular potato salad on occasion, but I would prefer to eat something that's a little bit more healthful.
Can you cook this like a potato?
You can cook it. I don't cook, remember? So
Right,
I'm
but
not
if
a good
people
person.
aren't quite ready to go that route,
I think you would have to look up a recipe. I don't want to go outside my realm of expertise. So, and the other thing that jicama is really good for is, and what I do, if I go to a Mexican restaurant, I ask for jicama strips instead of the chips. Because if you think about it, they're stiff, they're crunchy, the chips to me are a carrier for the dip. I really want the guacamole. And so now I'm sidestepping that fried fat thing.
And most Mexican restaurants will do that?
Most Mexican will have jicama.
Now, this is pretty uniformly cut. I noticed that what eating is pretty uniformly cut. Did you use a dicer on this? Or
No,
did you just cut it by hand? That's very well done, I might add.
Thank you very much. And the easy way to do that is to simply cut it, because the jicama, the way to cut it and to get it uniform is to cut it uniformly. Cut it this way, lay it, stack it up, and cut it the other way. So you're making cubes. It's not that difficult, but thank you for the compliment.
That's very good.
So
it's very refreshing.
Yes. Also on your plate, I'm reminding you, you've got some of my sprouts.
Yes, love these.
And I grew those. Again, I grow those indoors. They're really easy. Those are sunflower sprouts. Anytime we can add a little bit more greenery, even if you're eating some bad things, you decide you're like, oh heck, it's the 4th of July, or it's my birthday, or I'm going to go crazy. Get something good into you. So that would be
How long
does
it take to grow this big?
From sprout, from soaking, 10 days. That's a 10-day sprout. And they keep in the refrigerator for another 10. So they're really. I don't know
what it is about these sprouts, but I think they're delicious.
They're great, and they're bulky, and they're filling, and all kinds of things. Now, what is a picnic without chips?
Right.
So what I've got here for you is, instead of using potato chips, which we buy at the store, we read the label, and I didn't bring the label for the potato chips because it just makes me shudder. This is, I made you sweet potato chips. And these I did by hand. And I didn't cut them by hand. I actually cut them in the Cuisinart using a 2mm blade, which comes standard with a.
They're thick. They're thicker than normal chips.
They're thicker than normal chips. You can cut them thinner. I have a 1mm blade. I like to make them thick because sometimes I do make a dip with those. And so the ones that we don't eat today, I'm going to eat at home.
Are these
with a
fried?
dip. Those are dehydrated.
Dehydrated.
So there's no oil in these. I do a little drizzle of olive oil so they don't get so completely, but we're talking about like for an entire potato, maybe a half a teaspoon. So it's
Just spritz it, basically.
Exactly. Salt, a little bit of garlic powder. That's it.
Those are good.
Very crunchy.
Yeah,
really good.
And the nice thing is you can't eat a ton of them. You know your jaw will get tired because they're a little bit chewy.
Yep.
So,
A little more
okay.
crunchy.
So now
They're
let's
good,
think
though.
about what we're going to drink at the picnic. And okay, we'll leave
That's
the
usually
beer
the
out.
first thing I think about.
Let's talk about, rather than drinking soft drinks, what if we looked at having kombucha? So in your stemmed glass, you're going to be tasting
Kombucha.
some cola-flavored kombucha. Kombucha is a fermented beverage, so it's got some carbonation to it. It's a fermented tea. Now,
Really?
I like this brand. This
Remember, we had the woman on. Did you see the woman last week who was the fermenting?
fermented, yes, yeah. She talks about she drives around the country doing some fermenting.
Yeah.
Very good for you. Very good for your digestive system.
Is there booze in this or not?
No booze in that. Sorry. I don't know
Probiotics,
I don't know if rum would stand up to
So
it.
this is fermented tea,
Fermented tea.
flavored to taste like
I've never had
soda.
anything like that before.
It's very nice. They make my favorite is the root beer, but they were out of it. Well, they had one, and I drank it.
They make some that has chia seeds in it too, so it's.
So it's
No way.
filling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where do you find this?
This you can buy. Actually, I bought this one. I don't like to shop at big box stores, but I'll own it. I bought this at Target, and so they sell it at Target. But
Where?
The one on Merle Hay.
But like we're in the store, like just
in
food?
the produce area.
Okay.
Yep. Locally, you can buy it at Campbell's. I know that they carry it. I know that Gateway carries it also.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
They have a bunch of them.
Another beverage, you know, I'm always looking for something fruity
right.
and rehydrating. Give that a taste.
She won't tell us what it is until we taste it.
That's right.
It's got melon in it.
It
good.
smells like muskmelon.
Is there any pineapple in that too or not?
It is simply melon, but here's the thing. I juice the rind, the seeds, the melon.
Everything.
I threw it all in the
That's a little
juicer.
tanginess then. Okay.
I like it.
I do
very
too.
tasty.
It's really nice. And because I put in the skin and the seeds, it's not just the flesh of the fruit, so it's not overly sweet. It's not going to make you like gyrate from too much sugar.
What fruit is this?
It's a melon. It's just a cantaloupe.
It's a cantaloupe.
But you
Yeah.
don't
It's
do the
cantaloupe.
hard outside.
Yeah.
She could dump the whole thing in
Everything.
there.
Just chopped it and cut.
What, you
Yeah.
have a Vitamix? You can just toss it all in
No,
there?
a juicer.
Just a juicer.
Just slice it
Really?
and shove it in the top, and that's
Wow.
it.
All right.
Okay, you.
All right, now we
My
talked
sweet
about
guy.
these. We talked about these here, these sweet potato chips. Okay, something else. I make these at home as well, but not for me. I make them for my pet.
Yes.
And next week, my dog can't have anything with gluten, so she eats these as a treat. But next week we're talking pets, right?
We are, and my little boy Lotus is going to be on the show.
All right.
Yeah, my
Lotus,
kitten.
the kitty cat, right there. There you go. That is awesome.
Such a great cat, because we want to talk about being healthy not only in our personal lives, but with everyone in our lives.
Exactly, the whole family. Exactly.
Should be happy and
Sheree
healthy.
in the Lotus position, and then you're speaking to.
I'm going to be speaking at the Greater Des Moines Botanical Garden on June 24th.
Oh, nice.
And I'm talking about plant-powered nutrition, which is probably not a surprise to anybody that would be my thing. And I'm really excited about that, so I hope that people will come and support me.
She'll be harvesting things from the Botanical Center.
And speaking of being happy and healthy, we're going to eat a healthy dessert.
Let's close on dessert, you betcha. A lot of times we'll bring brownies or things. I like to bring desserts that won't melt or get bad when they're out in the sun. You're not going to have too much ice cream at a picnic because it's going to go bad. These are Blondies. They're brownies without chocolate. And they are raw. It's you know me and dates and nuts, and it's a great dessert, and I just love it.
And
So
they're awesome,
I
too.
thought
They
you would.
really are
Perfect for
good.
summertime.
All right, more information on any of these or anything when it comes to cooking or not cooking, but eating raw would be?
Visit me at fork-road.com or shoot me an email at info@fork-road.com, or you can call me at 515-249-2992.
Simple steps
Great
to
stuff.
a healthier you.
All right,
Do
we'll
it.
be right back, folks. It is 9:23. This is Great Day.